inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Russ. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A gain of 18 for number 18, and a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a...
And he's in! Pat Freiermuth, touchdown Steelers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score 8-7. Packers nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
He'll go play action with Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Here's Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Packers.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On play action, Love. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. First and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Packers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. DeMonte Casey in on the tackle. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. He's going to have a Packers 1st down. He's got this up to the 35.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. The Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Now it's Wilson. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third and 5. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
A 2nd down throw for Love. This one is caught by Reed. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Third and a yard. Here's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers go out to a 10-3 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense gonna take over just before the half. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. In motion, Reed. On third down, they go with Jacobs. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
A good play action with Love. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That complete to Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, it's Love. That's complete to Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Trying to get himself upfield, and he cannot do it. Knocked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll give it to Harris again. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal. That is caught, and it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. Here now, second down and goal. Now Love. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Give up the middle to Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll try to run for it with Harris.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 1 yard. It's now 4th down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. On play action, Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
On comes the Packers punting team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Now Russ. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To throw again is Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Harris. He slams it in there, and he is in. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. Here's Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Set to go now on first and 10. Now it's Harris. Good blocking to the 15. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. Third and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Just 1 second. All that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They fought till the end, but still will come up short. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Lambeau Field.